Hi, honey. I thought I heard the pantry being
hi.
used.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You're the best camera guy. Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks,
You're the
honey.
best. Well, I know that you have a real sweet tooth today. So I looked in the pantry, and this is what I came up with. We're going to have raspberry oatmeal bars. Does that sound good to you?
It sounds awesome.
Because, you know, it's nice and sweet, but it's also got some oatmeal in there, which is kind of good for you. So this is all we're going to need today. We're going to use some instant Quaker oats. I'm going to use red raspberry jam. I love raspberries, and I know you like it too, Eddie. But you guys can use any kind of jam you like. I bet orange marmalade, blueberry jam, any of those things would taste good. I'll need a little bit of flour, a little bit of brown sugar. I'm going to be using some baking soda, a bit of vanilla, some delicious butter, and a little bit of salt. That's all we're going to need. Let me show you how we'll get this started. Hey you guys, have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? You got to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new recipes. Click on the thumbs up and share these videos, because you know if you like them, your friends are going to love them too. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my oven on, preheat my oven to 350. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm using a 9x9 pan for this. If you wanted to double the recipe, you can use a 13x9 pan. I'm going to generously spray this with ham so nothing sticks. Generous on this one. Okay, that's ready to go. All right, let's get these dry ingredients going. I'm going to put in 1 cup of flour. I'm using half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And then to that, I'm going to add some salt. And I know sometimes people think, what are you adding salt to a sweet dessert for? But it just like brings out the sweetness even more. So it's great to put a little bit in. I'm going to use about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I'm also going to pour in my 1 cup of oats. I got to show you my measuring spoons and my measuring cups. I think it's been a while since I've shown these. You see how they're all matching? I found these on Amazon after I melted my last plastic cup in my dishwasher. That's not happening again. I had to get the stainless steel. These will never melt. Love them. Take a look at them. I'll leave the link on my description of this video if you'd like to take a look at them and see all the colors they have. In the meantime, I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm going to mix up these dry ingredients really well. And then we'll move on to the next step. You know what? Since my butter was a little bit hard from the fridge, I put it in the microwave for just a few seconds to soften it up a bit. And ooh, that's perfect now. The knife goes through it real easily. I'm going to put this right into my dry ingredients here. And then I'm actually going to use my pastry cutter. And I love a good excuse to use my pastry cutter. It's funny, I bought this just because I wanted one. I wasn't even sure what I'd use it for because I'm not a huge baker, but I do make some desserts, but I love this thing. So I'm just going to incorporate the butter into the dry mixture here and create kind of a crumbly mixture here. It'll probably take a couple of minutes for me to get it all incorporated, and then I'll be right back to show you what we'll do next. You guys, you see the consistency of this, how it's all sticking together? Turns out that the 1 stick of butter was not enough. So along with that extra butter, I've also added 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I love vanilla. I add it whenever I can. So I hadn't made this in a while, but I have to make that correction on my recipe now. It took like 1.5 sticks of butter so that it all sticks together and has kind of a crumbly texture. So this looks perfect now. And be patient, it might take a couple of minutes to get it just the right consistency. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna put 2/3 of this mixture into the pan. To make it easy for yourself, I'm gonna go ahead and take out 1 cup or so of this mixture for the topping. so that you don't run short on the top. There we go. And the rest of this I'm gonna put into my prepared pan here. And we're gonna flatten it out in here. Okay. And to do that, first I'll just use my spatula to spread it out. So maybe we need a little bit more of this. And then you know what works really well to flatten something out like this is my measuring cup. Like that. See how nice that works? Maybe even better with my hands, huh? Yeah, it's even better with my hands. Sometimes your best tool in the kitchen is your hands. There we go. We want this nice and flat and even on the bottom of the pan. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. In order to make sure that my jam is smooth enough to spread real well, I just put the whole jar in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And let's see if that's enough to make it nice and smooth to spread. I'm using about a cup. I'm not even gonna measure. I just wanna make sure that the jam is spread out all over, not quite touching the edges, otherwise it'll squeeze out too much. So just close to the edge. And we're actually using about 1 cup of jam. I say, ooh, the more the better, really. I love raspberry jam. Let me see how this, ooh, yeah. That spreads pretty nice after putting it in the microwave for a bit. And just a nice layer of the jam. I think I need a little bit more, but it comes out to about a cup or so of jam. Oh yeah. Woo, this is gonna be delicious. It's been a long time since I've made this one. I think last time I might have used blueberry. It's all good though. I don't know about you guys, I kind of go on kicks, you know, my favorite flavors. Sometimes I'll eat the same food 50 times till I get tired of it and then I move on to the next. Okay, now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take that 1 cup of the crumbly mixture that we made and we're gonna crumble it onto the top here. Ooh, get a look at this. Come closer, Ed. Look how beautiful that looks. All right, now the last layer on here, we're just gonna take some of this crumbling mixture that I have left here, and we're just gonna do that and kind of splatter it all over the top here. Ooh, I cannot wait to eat this. This is gonna be delicious. Oh yeah, beautiful. You guys, look at this thing before we put it in the oven. It is gorgeous. I can't wait to taste it. My kitchen's gonna smell like heaven any minute. Now remember, I had my oven preheated to 350. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of the oven, probably take about 40 minutes. I'm gonna wait till it's nice and crispy and brown looking on the top. All righty. I think the raspberry oatmeal bars are ready. I gotta show you how they look. Oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. Come really close, Eddie. Look at how it's bubbling. Can you hear it? Oh my gosh, these raspberry bars, they're ready to go. I hope they're easy to cut. They took about 40 minutes in the oven and I let them cool for about half an hour. Ooh yeah, they're coming right away from the side. This looks like it's gonna cut really nice. Very nice. Cut a nice square here for us to try. Oh yeah. A little crunchy on the edges. It's always so wonderful, isn't it, when something cuts so easily?
Yeah, makes it a lot easier.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, perfect.
That is beautiful. Here, let's taste it, both of us. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that's delicious.
There's always been an argument, sweet versus salty. Now Karen is the salty person. I am the sweet one with the sweet tooth. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I do love sweets too though. If I could never have another food in my life, I'd probably go for salty, but sweet is fantastic too. The raspberry jam is so sweet. The topping is nice and crunchy. You can taste a little bit of the chewiness of the oats in there. And knowing that it's kind of good for us is pretty fantastic too. You guys have got to try this one. Make sure you come back and visit us often. Thanks for being here today. See you next time.